Hi everybody, Kathy Tooley, Tools for Success, CEO. I want to talk about 3 of my chapters in my book that I combine. They each have different titles, but I really want to talk about state testing and the benefits and my thoughts to them. So I want to start with, I lived in a world, I know some of you are going to think, boy, she's old, but I remember. I remember when state testing was very first born. And I remember when it was such a joke that literally kids colored Christmas trees, you know, on those little Scantron sheets. They just colored Christmas trees. Or they drew lines that went like this. And they really had no relevance to anything they did. And I have watched that pendulum swing in my education where I think all we do is test kids. We test them to death. And we have created the stakes so high now that to not be successful on a test means you're not graduating from high school, not with a respectable diploma. So we've gone from we're coloring Christmas trees or lovely designs to you're not graduating from high school or receiving the degree that you want or need, or the diploma you want or need. That's a big pendulum. So I want to talk just briefly about what I think, and then we'll do another video about solutions. I think that testing was always something that needed to be done. I think I've said this before in previous videos, but it warrants repeating. I believe that a 3rd grader in Iowa should be held to the same standard as a 3rd grader in Indiana, as a 3rd grader in Florida, as a 3rd grader in California. I think we have to have a minimum bar that we say that every student that goes through this grade level should be able to do these standards, these questions, should know this information. I think that's a given. And I doubt that any educator watching this video would argue with that. What I think has become difficult is testing has now become so big that I feel like all we do is test kids. We test them to death. We pre-assess and post-assess and state assess and state assess the assess, and then we assess the assessment, and then it's just, oh my goodness. I'm thinking of every one of my educator, especially administrator friends, that pretty much that's all you do in the spring. That's all you do is test. And I always find it funny that in our state particularly, we give a lot of our state tests in March and school goes until May. It's never made sense to me. So I think my goal for this video is to let you know that I think that state testing is relevant, but state testing has gotten out of hand. And I'm going to end it with that, and we'll have a video in a little bit where we'll talk about solutions. Don't forget, like, follow, subscribe, ring that bell. Come be a part of our journey as we really look at what's happening in our schools. Have a great day, everybody.